Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video. And well, today back with just a little talk video, no things to unbox and stuff, but I got a small message to get out, like some small thoughts, I guess, and I thought I could use this Saturday afternoon to get them across in maybe 3 or 4 minutes. So I don't know if you remember that, but last year I mentioned about 8 or 10 months ago, I mentioned, well, I set myself a goal, or I've been thinking about a goal and stuff, and didn't follow up on that because I didn't meet that goal last year due to COVID and some other delays and stuff. But I had some thoughts in that time, like I said, 8 or 10 months ago, about my label and how to achieve what I call a kind of low-key sustainability, which could be broken down into 3 main factors, I guess. One is how to put this correctly, don't lose money, basically, because usually labels are oftentimes operations where you put money in all the time and it slowly comes back. And what I want to achieve is definitely that apart from that initial investment I made in 2018, 2019, when I restarted the label, basically I put a certain amount of money in. I wouldn't mention exactly how much, but definitely 4 digits, not too much, but definitely 4 digits I put in. And I saw this as an initial investment, but with the thought that basically the label should pay for itself after a while. So this is the first point of low-key sustainability, is don't put money in all the time, but let the whole operation basically pay for itself apart from the working hours you put in. Because with an underground label and a super underground approach that I have and that I follow through to is is not the working hours get paid. So this aside, but basically in terms of production costs and shipping costs and stuff, the main point would be don't lose money, don't put money in all the time, but let the whole operation pay for itself. And the other point is well, talking about an initial 4-digit investment, you gotta extract that after a while. So this would be the second point, being able to slowly but continuously pull money out of that operation to basically get to a break-even operation where you put money in at first, get that money out, and all the money that is generated through the label, which is not much, obviously, with 200 copies pressed of a record, but all the money that is generated by the catalog, by the assets that are still there, still unsold copies of releases that didn't sell out and stuff, all that money that's generated by that will continue to support the operation without you having to put money in as an owner. And the third point, which is basically one of the most important point, is if you've reached a level of pulling your initial investment out, so you're broken even, you have reached a break-even point, and you have some excess money which builds up and accumulates maybe slowly, you can use that kind of money not only from goods from proper selling releases to support releases that might be more experimental or more left field, or are not guaranteed to sell out or maybe even half of the initial pressing run. So use that kind of money to support the more experimental stuff you do on your label and you do with your music and stuff. So basically have the whole operation built in a way that it supports itself, and that you can, after a while, go very experimental without having to worry about not being able to press another release when one basically just sells 50 copies initially, because this might happen when you think about doing noise releases or whatever. So this is the basic layout I thought about, and I thought about, well, how to achieve this and what would be the number I would need within a year or whatever to achieve that kind of low-key sustainability for the label. And I came up with a very simple equation, which I won't lay out in detail here, but basically it's me and my trusted calculator, which just escaped me. which also had like still has like a fun little psychedelic kitchen sticker on the back from the time I still rode with the Liquid Sky Berlin crew. So this trusted thing and a bit of paper and some thoughts came up with a number that it would be the very basic approach I would need, or the basic outcome I would need, is like to sell, no matter through what channel, like speaking record store directly, BANDCAMP, or the distributor. Over all these channels, my basic equation would be to sell one record or tape a day, like, which makes 365 sales per year, one a day. And this doesn't sound much, but for a small label is quite a big number. So if you do have like 2 releases and you press 200 copies each, this does mean, leaving the back catalog aside, that you basically sell out both of the releases to break even to achieve that. But from the past releases, I got some assets and some backstock, which is also a thing. Like a lot of labels treat their backstock when there's like a release that's maybe a year old and still has 20 copies left. They don't think about that anymore, and they don't sell this anymore. They don't care basically anymore because, well, this hasn't sold initially, and a lot of labels think like, well, this won't sell in the future as well. But I come to a point where I see that kind of like still unsold stock I got from like a few releases as an asset, and still pushed them in the record store, and also worked on ways to push it through the distributor again. And I see this as releases, of course, and those stuff, but also as valuable assets. And each of that releases or records or tapes that is still sitting here unsold has a certain value and a certain amount of money sitting in that, which makes, when it sells through the distributor, makes me X amount of cash, basically. Like 1-digit number, of course, for one 7-inch single, but basically, you know, if I got like 500 or like 100 records sitting here unsold, these equal like that amount of money I can basically extract from them to put again into the label operation. So my equation was like 1 record a year, and last year I came close, not super close, but it was like, okay, you can reach that goal, and I bet I would have reached that goal if COVID and like production delays hadn't come in the way. So but now, as of I received like a distribution statement like last week, so this is why I'm making this video, and this is why the title is like reaching goals prematurely. As of end of February 2K22, I can fully approve that I finally reached that goal and exceeded that goal for this year already. So we're 2 months into the year, and I've reached that potential goal of achieving low-key sustainability with like selling 365 records in that given year, which is now 2022. But yeah, I've already exceeded that, and I'm well, fluttered kind of, and flabbergasted, and very happy about that. So this does mean I've not only like had a success with that No More Suicide Commander release, which is basically, apart from 5 or 6 copies sitting at the distributor, sold out at this point. So the first and the second pressing are gone and still available in some record stores, but basically the whole operation is over, and that record, as it stood released earlier in February, is sold out. And well, I haven't gotten the distribution statement for this month, obviously, because this will come into my postbox like, I don't know, in mid-April or whatever. But yeah, I've achieved that goal, and I want to send out a thank you to all those who supported me on like BANDCAMP basically, and in the record store, and to all those who maybe see this video and don't know that I'm associated with some of the records you bought in the past. So this is like a big step, because this means for the next 10 months all the sales will add up to that low-key sustainability, and I can use the money that is coming in, first of all, to pay like the No More single, of course, because I still haven't gotten a kind of like invoice from the pressing plant, but and also haven't gotten an invoice from the GEMA, which is a rights collecting association, which also might cost me like 600 or 700 euro or whatever. apart from manufacturing costs. But yeah, this means, well, that kind of goal is reached, and I can set new goals for next year, maybe also for this year, but I won't stretch my thinking too far. But well, the next step would be like 1.5 records a day, maybe, or 2 in the next year. We'll see how that goes. And this does mean I can put like some money aside to put into more experimental ventures with one of the next releases, which I will do, which is already in progress. And this might come as a surprise to you, but more on that later. But now, just wanted to get that thought out, and this kind of rambled video, that kind of rambled layout of what low-key sustainability is. I still haven't put out all the money I put into the label, but I'm working on that like slowly and progressively. So this will be a thing, and if I reach that goal, I will make probably another video about that. But for now, a big thank you to all like who supported me and stuff. Keep hunting down those records, because there is at least the plan is to get at least 1 more release out this year, probably 2, so this will make like 4 releases for this year. And I'm already thinking about 2 more for next year, and 1 that is not on one of my labels, but 1 that is to come, that I will be involved on another label which asked me to do something for them. So yeah, this is it for Saturday evening. Bass Junkie out for now. Thank you for watching. If you like this one, like, subscribe, you know the score. BANDCAMP is up there. Get one of my releases from there. Leave me a comment, leave me a like, and I'm gonna see you probably tomorrow, because there's more unboxing to come, but we'll see how life goes. Bass Junkie out. See you later.